When factorising, what are the things that we must look for? What is it? How do we factorise? What are the things we're looking for?
Like common factors.
Yep, so we're looking for factors, hence the word factorising. But factors of what?
Last term.
Factors of the last term, factors of the number, if you like. Okay? Factors of the number. What is it about those factors? Those factors have to add to the other number. Add to whatever it is, the number of x's. Number of x's. Okay? So, first term. The first one I'm asking you to factorise. What are the factors of 8? Pardon? 2 and 4. Any other factors of 8?
1 and 8.
1 and 8. Any other factors of 8? Yep, there are. What are they?
2 cubed.
Negative 2 and negative 4. Do those two numbers there multiply to 8? And negative 1 and negative 8. Those two numbers add to, multiply to 8. Yep, okay. So if you start struggling with this factorising stuff, look for the common factors. So look for the factors of that last number, okay? Because if it can factorise, if it can go into its brackets, then one of these pairs of numbers will add together to give you that 6. Okay? It's giving me grief because the curtains are open. So which pair of factors add to 8?
2 and 4.
This pair here, right? So if I'm factorising x squared plus 6x plus 8, what I'm getting is an answer of that. Okay? Here is my answer. Any questions with that? Seem easy enough? Okay. First step in doing this one here is to write out the factors of 24. Now, a lot of you guys have written the factors out like we've done in year 9 and year 10. Understand that. But I want you guys to write out the factors of 24, but write them out in pairs. So the numbers that multiply 24 are 1 and 24, are 2 and 12, are 3 and 8, are 4 and 6. Okay? Are there any more? All the negative answers, yeah. Okay, but I don't need to do any more. Why? Because I've already got my answer there, right? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm looking at here. Do those numbers there? Do they add to 11?
No.
No. So it's not those ones. Those ones there? No. Those ones there? Oh, yeah, they do. So my answer now is x plus 3 and x plus 8. Okay, that's how I'm doing it. So writing it out in the factors but in the pairs makes it a little bit easier. Does that make sense? Yep. And the last two are a little bit harder. Why are the last two harder?
Because negative.
Because there's a negative in there. So what are the factors of negative 15?
Negative 3 and 5. No.
Negative 3, 5?
No, sir.
No. That is a factor. They are factors of negative 15. Those two will multiply it. Do they add to negative 2? No, so they're not the ones I'm looking at, which is what you're referring to. What about someone else? So what about someone else? What not? Negative 5 and 3. What do those two numbers add to? Positive 2a.
Yeah.
What do we want? Negative 2. So if I make that negative 5 and positive 3, what do those two numbers add to? Negative 2. It's the same property, but just one's negative, one's a positive. Do you know what I'm trying to say there?
Yes.
But think of it as adding. You add negative 5 and 3. it's a little bit easier, I think. So there are my factors: x minus 5, x plus 3. Okay. Now there's a really easy way of checking if you're right. How could I check if factorising, if I've gone from here to there, how can I check that factorising is correct? Nico? Just expand it, eh? If I expand it and I get that answer, am I right? Could you almost be as arrogant to go, yep. Thank you. Give me that tick, sir. Could you be?
Yeah.
Will you be? No, please don't be arrogant. I don't like arrogance. Last one then. What are the factors of 9? 3 and 3. Why do you automatically jump to 3 and 3? No, why? Because I think most people, their first instinct is to jump to the correct answer sometimes.
I never know it's correct answer.
Well, it's not correct answer.
Okay.
Okay. Why did some people? Who jumped to 3 and 3 automatically? Why?
Because it's the square root of 9, so it's just there. Like it's just a number that's always.
Okay, so you think of 9 and you think of 3 squared automatically. Okay. Anyone else?
Because we say 6 and 9.
Because I think some of you guys, when I ask you to look at the factors, you do peer at the 2, and you will peer, and you will tend to the proper answer. So you look at the 6 and go, okay, the numbers have to add to 6. I'm not going to be 1 and 9, am I? Because that's not going to be. But 3 and 3, oh yeah. So 3 and 3, that's my answer. But do 3 and 3, do they add to negative 6?
No.
So
Negative 3 plus negative 3.
So negative 3 and negative 3. Yeah? So now my bracket, x minus 3, x minus 3, written in the brackets there like that. And again, check that expansion. I'm correct. Okay? Now that is a special case. That is a...
X minus 3 squared.
That's a perfect square. That is x minus 3 all squared. Okay? That's a perfect square. Okay? Ones we've done at the top, we've done some difference of 2 squares, but at the moment all I'm interested in is can you get from here to there. Okay? So that's what we're going to practice. Exercise 207, page 19. Any questions? All right.